As the sun rose over California on February 16, 2025, a tense atmosphere lingered in several cities across the state. For weeks, Tesla owners had been living under the shadow of threats from a group calling itself Students Against Nazi Extremism, SANE. The group's ultimatum had passed just days ago, on February 12th, leaving many wondering if the promised open season on Tesla vehicles would materialize. The saga began in early February, when Tesla owners in Arcata, a small city in Humboldt County, started finding ominous notes on their vehicles. "No Nazis in America. Tesla owners trade or sell before Feb 12. After that, it is open season," read one of the messages, chillingly wrapped around a brick left on a windshield. As reports trickled in from other California towns, Rohnert Park, Seaside, and Hayward, it became clear that this was no isolated incident. SANE's manifesto, mailed to local media outlets, revealed a group of 10 students with a controversial mission: to create enough shame to make it onerous for anyone to buy or operate a Tesla-branded vehicle. Their grievances centered on Tesla, CEO Elon Musk, whom they labeled an overt Nazi with a history of fascist, racist, misogynist, and criminal behavior. The group's tactics, however, raised eyebrows and concerns about the ethics of targeting private citizens for the perceived sins of a corporate figurehead. As the February 12th deadline approached, tension mounted in the targeted communities. Tesla owners found themselves in an unexpected predicament, caught between their choice of vehicle and a looming threat of vandalism. Some considered selling their cars, while others stood defiant, refusing to be intimidated. The situation sparked debates about free speech, protest ethics, and the responsibilities of corporate leaders in an increasingly polarized political landscape. Law enforcement agencies across the affected areas heightened their vigilance. Sergeant Heidi Grossman of the Arcata Police Department reported receiving 4 separate complaints from Tesla owners about the threatening messages. In Seaside, police Chief Nick Borges implemented precautionary measures to protect a local Tesla dealership, mindful of past protests that had remained peaceful. The authorities walked a fine line between protecting citizens' property and respecting the right to protest. As the days passed, an eerie calm settled over the communities. Despite the threats, no widespread vandalism materialized immediately after the deadline. This left many wondering, was SANE's campaign merely a bluff designed to generate media attention, or were they biding their time before striking? The controversy surrounding SANE's actions ignited passionate discussions on social media and in community forums. Some viewed the group's tactics as a justifiable response to perceived corporate irresponsibility, while others condemned them as misguided and potentially counterproductive. How ironic that this threat is directed at a community that overwhelmingly supports democratic ideals, remarked one Tesla owner of Jewish descent, highlighting the complex intersections of identity, politics, and consumer choice at play in the dispute. The situation also cast a spotlight on the broader challenges facing Tesla and its enigmatic CEO. Recent reports indicated a significant drop in Tesla sales across European markets, with declines of up to 63% in some countries. While various factors contributed to this downturn, including increased competition and evolving consumer preferences, the controversy surrounding Musk's public persona undoubtedly played a role. As the dust settled in the days following February 12th, Tesla owners and community members alike grappled with the implications of SANE's campaign. The threat of vandalism, while not yet realized, had succeeded in creating an atmosphere of unease and prompting serious discussions about the intersection of corporate leadership, political ideology, and consumer responsibility. For many, the incident served as a stark reminder of the power of symbolism in modern society. Tesla vehicles, once primarily associated with innovation and environmental consciousness, had become lightning rods for political and social tensions. Owners found themselves unexpectedly thrust into a debate far removed from their original reasons for purchasing an electric vehicle. The controversy also highlighted the challenges facing law enforcement in an era of evolving protest tactics. While traditional demonstrations often targeted corporate offices or public spaces, SANE's approach of threatening individual vehicle owners presented a new dilemma. How could authorities effectively protect scattered private property while respecting civil liberties and the right to protest? As the story unfolded, it became clear that the impact of SANE's campaign extended far beyond the immediate threat to Tesla vehicles. It sparked conversations about corporate social responsibility, the role of CEOs in shaping public discourse, and the ethics of associating consumers with the perceived misdeeds of company leadership. Some observers noted the irony of using extremist tactics to combat alleged extremism, questioning whether such methods ultimately undermined the group's stated goals. The incident also served as a catalyst for broader discussions about the future of electric vehicles and sustainable transportation. While Tesla had long been at the forefront of the EV revolution, the controversy surrounding Musk and the threats against owners highlighted the need for a more diverse and inclusive approach to green technology. Some industry analysts speculated that the negative publicity could create opportunities for competing manufacturers to gain market share, particularly those with less controversial leadership. As the days turned into weeks, the Tesla community in California remained on edge. While no widespread vandalism had occurred, isolated incidents of damage to Tesla vehicles were reported in some areas. Whether these were directly related to SANE's campaign or opportunistic acts inspired by the media coverage remained unclear. The uncertainty continued to weigh heavily on Tesla owners, many of whom found themselves second-guessing their daily routines and parking choices. The controversy also had ripple effects beyond California's borders. Climate activists in Berlin, already engaged in protests against Tesla's local factory, found their message amplified by the SANE campaign. The global nature of both Tesla's business and the critiques against it underscored the challenges of navigating complex political and social issues in an interconnected world. As February drew to a close, the full impact of SANE's campaign remained to be seen. While the immediate threat of widespread vandalism had not materialized, the group had succeeded in generating significant media attention and sparking important conversations. Tesla owners, caught in the crossfire of a larger ideological battle, continued to grapple with the unexpected consequences of their vehicle choice. The incident served as a potent reminder of the complex interplay between technology, politics, and social movements in the 21st century. As the dust settled, many were left wondering, what would be the long-term implications for Tesla, for protest movements, and for the broader push towards sustainable transportation? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain: the roads of California would never quite look the same again.